I'm Tanealia. Today is the official launch day for the Nomad Cosmetics Okavango Safari palette. I decided to do 2 more looks just to kind of help you guys get a little more inspiration, maybe help you better decide if picking up this palette is right for you. Once again, the palette will retail for $42, and I do have a code, Tanealia10. It's not affiliated. I do not make a commission from that, but if you use it, you will save 10%. I do not want to jibber jabber too much in this opening, so let's go ahead and jump into our first look. Something I wanted to mention that I didn't notice when I did my reveal video, but the color story of the palette is actually set up in rows to kind of make it easy to put together looks. So you have your orangey, warm, bronzy tones up here. This is going to be my second look. And then you have the greens in here, and then more grungier, smokier shades down in the bottom. So it makes it a little bit easier to put together a look without having to think too much about it. Today's look is going to be very, very simple. We are going to just be using these 2 shades. I might bring in this one right here as well, but mostly it's going to be these 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shade right here, that is Rumbling Elephants. I'm going to lightly dust it on the lid and then go in a little bit more just in the outer corner just to smoke it up. So very kind of smoky look, but very simple at the same time. So let's go ahead and jump into doing this one. I'm going to prime my eyelids with my Colourpop eyeshadow primer in caramel first. I forgot to do that in my reveal video. We are getting ready to go see The Little Mermaid, the new live action. I'm very, very excited about that. We have been looking forward to this for a long time. And then afterwards, we're going to take my son out for his birthday dinner. He is turning 26 years old today. Like, I literally cannot believe that I'm about to have a 26-year-old. I'm going to lightly dip into Elephant. Like I said, we're just going to lightly go over the lid before we go deeper into the outer corner. Just want to lightly lay this down. I don't want this to be heavy at first. Just very lightly smoked out. The only thing, if I were to say that there was anything missing from this color story, is that I wish there was something a little bit lighter. Because when you look at the color story, right, everything is pretty much warm toned and neutral, and the only kind of cooler shades are these 2. So trying to lighten this shade, there's nothing else in here that you can use that with that's cool toned. Everything is kind of warm. So if I were to say there was anything missing, is that I do wish there was a lighter cool tone shade just to kind of go with this. So you have another option besides just smoking this out, but I don't mind. Sometimes simple is better. All right, that blended out very nicely. I'm going to take my Beauty Bay crease brush, and we're going to go a little heavier now into that same shade, just to smoke and deepen out the outer corners. I'm really liking how quickly and simply this look is coming along. Like you can just take 2 shades and make that work for you. You don't necessarily have to have a lighter shade, a middle shade, and a deeper shade. You can just go a little bit heavier with that same shade to add a little bit of smokiness. And this is coming out exactly the way I was hoping that it would. Very quick, very simple. Go back in with a fluffier brush just to blend out the edges. I'm going to take the angled side of my double-ended brush from BH Cosmetics, and now we're going to go into migrating elephants migrating zebras, and that is just going to go all over the lid. This particular shade, when I did the swatches, it was so sparkly and shiny, like it's a beautiful, silvery tone. So I'm just going to lay this on the lid. I'm not quite getting that same shine and intensity on the eyelid, so I'm going to take a little bit more and then spray it with my setting spray here. This is just the Revolution Conceal and Define. So just a little bit, and we're going to see if that amps it up a little bit. Oh yeah. There we go. Now we are getting that shine and that wetness. I probably should have laid down a sticky base first, and then lay this shade on top of it. But that is pretty. It is coming out exactly the way that I was hoping that it would. I'm doing kind of a cut crease and carving it right into the crease like that. I am going to take just a little bit of my finger. You see that super wet intensity? I want to get a little bit more of that on the eyelid. All right, that is better. Definitely next time when I use this shade though, I'm definitely going to go in with my sticky base first. I'm going to go back in with my Beauty Bay brush just to blend out those edges. Since there is not a shade that's like light enough in here for me to want to put in my inner corner, I'm just going to dip into my Blend Bunny Noctilucent palette and we are going to go into Apparition right here. That's kind of a shifty blue. I think that'll go well with this look. And I'm just going to take a little bit and just swirl it into this area. Just like that. Just enough shimmer to brighten that inner portion. All right, there we go. I think that's going to be it. I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to just kind of make sure everything is well blended, throw on my liner, lashes, pick something for my lips, and then we'll come back and see the final look all put together. For my waterline, I decided to go with my Trace Luce in Tinsel Liner. This one is in Icy. It's just a really pretty kind of a pearlescent, iridescent white. I thought that would be perfect with kind of the iridescent look that we have going on our eyelids. For my wing, I'm using once again my NYX Epic Ink Liner, and my lashes once again are from Salon Perfect. These are the Wisper Wink lashes, part of the vegan mink collection. My lips are a combination of my Colourpop cream gel liner in Bumble, and then from Longmani I got this from Temu. I don't know what the actual shade number is, but it's one of their matte. It says matte lip gloss, but it's not a lip gloss. It's just a matte lip. But this is the final look complete. I think that it came out beautifully. I'm just loving the very shiny, sparkly, shifty, silver iridescent look that we have going on the eyelids. But that is look one complete. Let's move on to look number 2. Welcome to look number 2. I've already primed my eyelids using my Colourpop Party Proof Eyeshadow Primer in Caramel. Let's go ahead and just jump right into putting together this look. For this look, we're going to just focus on this top row right here. I'm going to lay the shade Towering Giraffes, this one right here, all over the lid. This one, which is called Elusive Leopards, that's going to go on the crease, and this is going to go in the outer corner. So let's do this one first. So yesterday, as you guys know, my family and I went and saw The Little Mermaid, and you guys, it was so freaking good. You know, there's all this hate around Halle Berry being cast as Ariel because she's black. You know, there were folks saying, oh, I don't mind her race. I just don't like the fact that she doesn't look like the character. That's not true. Let's just paint it for what it actually is. But she was the perfect Ariel. She was absolutely magical. I freaking adored her. Now we're going to go into Elusive Leopards using my Real Techniques crease brush. I just noticed that Towering Giraffes has giraffe hooves embossed in it, and then the leopard one has little leopard footprints. I thought was really cute. Towering Giraffes pretty much just blend it right into my skin. Like you can't even really tell that I've put anything on, so it's pretty much a setting shade. So let's take Elusive Leopards, and we're going to blend that into our crease just to kind of add a little bit of definition in that area. Melissa McCarthy, you guys, she killed it as Ursula. She was absolutely just phenomenal. She captured that original, you know, animated Ursula so well. Like she did such a freaking amazing job. You never know when a comedian type, you know, persona is cast what they're going to be like, and she did a freaking amazing job. She knocked it out of the ballpark. I also enjoyed this version of Eric. I love the kind of disheveled way that he was. He wasn't like, you know, all stuffy in a suit, and I love the fact that the kingdom basically was like in the Caribbean. It was very tropical. You didn't feel like you were in an island off of England. The whole thing was amazing. The colors, the cinematography, the music. Eric even has his own solo in this movie, which I thought was really, really good. I'm loving the way that is deepening the crease. Next to green, orange is like one of my absolute favorite eyeshadow shades. I get very excited about greens and oranges. It just make my heart sing. I'm adding just a little bit of a wing with the shade on the outer corner. The tip on this type of a brush makes that really easy to do. I'm going to dip into Pack of Wild Dogs. This is just my absolute favorite Beauty Bay detail brush, and we're just going to use that to deepen our outer corner. This is a very simple, neutral, you know, natural type look that we're putting together here. We're just using that to deepen that outer corner, add a little definition. It's a really pretty chocolatey shade there. But yeah, overall, the movie was just, it was so good. It was everything that I could have hoped for. And as far as the Disney live action films that they have done so far, I feel like this one greatly captured the animated film, but also just kind of stands on its own. It was just a beautiful, magical experience. We had such a fantastic time. I think I'm getting a little bit of fallout there. I went a little bit heavy-handed when I was taking that shade to the lid. I'm going to go back in with a little bit of Towering Giraffes and just blend out the edges here. I was going to just stick with those three shades, but since Pack of Wild Dogs is not like as deep as I was hoping it would be, I am going to go into Howling Hippos. I think we'll use that in the first look and just use that to just deepen the outer corner, just the outer corner, just a little bit more. So we're going to focus here in this little area. I'm going to pack it on and then blend right into the crease. I just want to deepen just this area. This time I am going to go on ahead and lay down a little bit of my NYX glitter base just to kind of help amp up the shine. So I'm going to take the angled parts of my two-sided Beauty Bay brush here. I'm going to put just a little bit on there. And then I'm going to lay it on the lid just where I'm wanting the shimmers to be. Kind of in a cut crease position. We're going to carve it right in to that crease area. Now we're going to go into roaring lines using the side of the brush that I put that glitter base on, so that way it can stick and it'll adhere a little bit better to the lid. Let's just start laying that down. I'm just going to pat it onto the lid where I laid down that sticky base. The glitter base is definitely helping, but I am going to go into my finger. I mean, do you see how pretty that is? Just a gorgeous coppery bronze. I'm just going to tap that right on the lid. Just like that. I'm going to go back in with my Real Techniques crease brush. No additional product. Just want to blend these edges together. I'm going to repeat this on this lid. I'm going to take my Revolution flat brush and we're going to go into, I believe it says Leaping Lecheways. I'm sure I'm saying that completely wrong, but this lighter kind of rose shade there, and lay that in the inner portion. So right in here, and then just kind of blend that into that bronzy shade. For my inner corner highlight, we're just going to dip back into my Blend Bunny Noctilucent highlighter palette. I'm going to go with Phenomena, this shade right here. It looks like it has like a blue shift on camera, but when I'm looking at it, you know, here in person, it looks like it has more of a coppery shift. So we're going to lay just a little bit of that in the inner corner. Just kind of swirl it right there. I have really been enjoying this palette. I feel like it's perfect for face highlights, but if you're looking for something just to kind of go in the inner corner, perfect for that too. That shade actually has just a little bit of a pink shift to it, but I think it kind of works with this look. Looking at the way that the eye look looks right now, I just kind of feel like it's missing something. Like it's just not quite as impactful as I want it to be. So I'm going to add a little bit of green in the crease. I'm going to go with Chef's Island right here. And I'm just going to add just a little bit right in there with the very tip of my Real Techniques brush here. I just feel like I need a little bit of something else just to kind of help make this look pop a little bit more. So we're going to take this and just kind of go into that crease right there. Okay, see, yeah, see, I think that adds just a little bit more of a touch of what I'm going for. I felt like the coppers, I don't know, it's like they were just not quite as impactful as I was wanting them to be. Yeah, that is much, much better. Sometimes you just have to kind of go off what you originally planned, just so that everything would come together a little bit more. I was worried about these two shades kind of getting muddy, blended together, but no, I think look pretty good. I'm gonna go off camera, throw something in my waterline, do wing lashes, something for my lips, and then we'll come back and talk some more about this wonderful palette. For this look, I decided to go with my Colourpop cream gel liner, and I think this is Toucan Do It, which is just a really pretty metallic gold. So maybe that would bring in the golds on the lid. My wing, once again, is my NYX Epic Ink Liner. You guys know how much I love this. And my lashes are the same ones that I did in the first look, the Salon Perfect Wisper ink. These are a vegan mink lash. My lips are a little bit brighter than what I was originally intending, but I actually kind of like it. I think it actually kind of works with this eye look. My lip liner is from Ruby Kisses, or just, I'm sorry, Kiss Professional New York. This is the Luxury Intense Lip Liner in orange, just orange. I picked this up from my local beauty supply store. It is super, super pigmented and super intense. And my overall lip color is from the Balm. It is the Meet Matte Hues Liquid Lipstick in Honest. Now that I've had a chance to play with this palette a little bit more, you guys, I am still loving it. I will say that the Roaring Lions shade right here, this is one of those swirl shimmers. I did have a little bit of a harder time picking this one up out of the pan than I did the other swirl shimmers. The other two I didn't really have an issue with. Did have a little bit more trouble with this one. I had to kind of dip in with my finger to press it on to really get that impact. But other than that, everything performed beautifully. Like I said, green eyeshadow, orange eyeshadow, you know, they are my absolute favorite, and I enjoyed working with this palette. I might, depending on time, try to do one more look for my reels, you know, shorts, that kind of thing, but we will just have to see. But as of right now, after having a chance to play with the palette some more, I am loving it. I'm looking forward to seeing what they bring us next. That is going to be it for this 2 looks video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful and was able to get a little bit more inspiration. If you're new to the channel and you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you would consider joining my little family and hitting subscribe. Make sure you tap the notification bell so you do not miss a thing. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it. You can also follow me on my other socials. I'm on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.